in. Let me change my microphone. Welcome in, everybody. Gonna be shipping out orders this morning. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend in sales. Appreciate everybody who came out to the Whatnot show. As you guys can see behind us, everything has shipped. Shipped all that stuff out this morning. So appreciate you guys. Had a really good show yesterday. Lots of crazy pieces. If you missed the announcement on yesterday's show, I'll make a post probably later today or early tomorrow. This weekend's Whatnot show is a giveaway show. So we're going to be giving away $500 worth of gift cards this weekend on our Whatnot show, absolutely free. You don't have to buy anything. You just got to be there to get entered in those giveaways and just hit buttons all day and enter for those giveaways. And then we're also going to give away a pair of AirPods absolutely free. We're also going to make it a ladies' night too, so we're going to be running a lot of ladies' stuff. Those two boxes right there are full of consignment ladies' pieces. So if you're watching this on replay, make sure you go bookmark the show. If you haven't signed up for Whatnot, it'll be a good time to sign up because, I mean, you're going to be entered for $500 worth of gift cards all night. We're going to give away $20 gift cards, $20 increments all throughout the show, so that way lots of people can enter for chances to win. I was going to do like one big gift card giveaway, but I feel like doing multiple gift cards will be pretty cool to do. So I'm going to leave a link down in the description or in the chat right now. So wherever you're watching, just tap on that link and sign up. If you haven't signed up, come to this weekend show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Free gift cards, so can't beat that. What's up, Obabs? What's up, Juliet? What's up, Kevin? Welcome in. Where'd you get the racks? These racks behind me, we got them at Target. I'll tell you, Obabs, those racks are not the best. They're super cheap though. I think they're under $20 for a double stack. That's why we got them. But I'll tell you this, if you hang too much weight on those, they're all made of plastic in the middle and usually they break. So we've had our ups and downs with these racks. So if you do buy them, just make sure that you don't put too much weight on them because they will unfortunately break. If you want a really good rack to buy like heavy duty Z racks. It's when we move, that's probably what we're going to invest in is like really heavy duty Z racks because those usually last forever. Just make sure you get metal ones too. So what's up, Bobby? Welcome in. Appreciate everybody hopping in. Should be a fun live. What's up, Oliver? Got lots going out this weekend. Not too many eBay, Poshmark, Depop orders, but we had a ton of Whatnot orders this weekend. It was really successful. I think we have 23 on eBay. We have one on Merkari, which never happens. A couple on Depop and a few on Poshmark. So decent weekend in sales. We've been trying to list at least 10 items per day for the last week. So it's been working out. Kind of slowing down our listing on eBay because we're kind of focusing on other things. Also appreciate everybody who supported Listit, who've joined Listit. If you haven't joined, go to listit.net. If you're interested in wholesale lots, there's sellers selling over there and there's chances for you to buy really good wholesale lots. There's literally crazy wholesale lots like listed right now that you guys can easily double to triple your money on. So go to Listit if you're looking for inventory delivered right to your door. I'm trying to build out a nice little wholesale website for you guys where you guys can go and buy items safe. There's tons of seller and buyer protections on the lots that you buy. So you don't really have to worry about like buying something and not being good because you can always reach out to District and list it and let them know like, hey, this wasn't a good lot. They lied about this, lied about that, and you get a return. So that's not typical with wholesale. We're trying to build out a really good experience for you guys. So hopefully you guys go over there, check it out, listit.net. We'll go with the Z's too. Yeah, Z racks are the best. They are pretty expensive though. The really heavy duty ones are very, very, very expensive. So if anybody's watching on Facebook too, make sure you say something in the chat really quick. Just say hi. I just want to make sure my Facebook chat is connected because I see a bunch of YouTube comments, but I'm not seeing any Facebook comments. I'm hoping my Facebook is connected accurately, unlike YouTube last week, unfortunately, YouTube. So you going to the pool? No, I wish. But outside right now it's raining, so there's no pools to be happened right now, surfs. I don't need inventory, but I'll check it out. Yeah, go check it out. There could be opportunities where you don't need inventory. You just buy some stuff because there's good deals to be had over there. So there we go. Rhonda, you're connected. Just making sure my Facebook was connected because last week we had some connection issues. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Where are we going to start today? We'll start with Depop orders. First Depop order is going to be a men's Psycho Bunny polo shirt. Let me find this order really quick. Men's Psycho Bunny polo shirt. Picked this up in a local bulk buy, paid $7 for this. I took a best offer on Depop of $22. The reason I went a little lower on this one is because Depop basically has no fees. The only fee I paid was $1.39 in fees on this Depop order. So nice little sale right there. Psycho Bunny, great brand to look out for. Just a bread and butter piece. What you got going on today? Well, we just got done shipping. I'm gonna make a video, a reel later on today. If you guys are watching on Facebook, The reel that I put out, the last order pull reel, is going bonkers right now. I'm getting lots of comments, lots of engagement, lots of followers. So I filmed another order pull video. Whenever I get a video that takes off like that, and I have a chance to make another similar video, that's usually what I do. So I filmed that while I was pulling orders this morning. I'll put that video out later today. And then this week is going to be like a content week. So my goal this week is to put out at least one photo post every single day on Facebook of order pulls and do like a little synopsis of why I picked up the item, what I made on the item, so on and so forth. I think you guys really like those posts. And I'm going to try to put out a video post every single day this week. And I'm also going to try to film a YouTube video because I haven't filmed a YouTube video in a while. So me and Kayla are probably going to go thrifting later this week, and we'll film a whole video, like a thrift with us kind of video, because you guys like those too. So what's up, Carolyn? Everybody's here. Welcome in, Carolyn. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys all had a great weekend. It was a good weekend for sales. A little bit slower than the previous weekend because previous weekend was a holiday weekend. Usually you see better sales, but last weekend was good too. Yesterday was good. This is a Patagonia, made in USA, Patagonia women's Capeline piece. This sold over on Depop. It's a vintage piece. That's probably why it sold over on Depop. Sold for $24 over on Depop. Look out for these Patagonia Capeline vintage made in USA pieces. They always sell really, really well. If you guys had any cool sales, feel free to drop them down in the chat below this weekend. I'll shout you out on your cool sale. And of course, if you have any questions at all, this is a great time to ask questions, because I'm live. I'm able to answer your questions live in action. So how do you print your number for packages? Good question. So look at that. You got a question right away. How do I print my number for packages? Well, I use a Dymo 450 Turbo. I use a thermal printer. You don't have to have a Dymo 450. You just have to have a thermal printer that's able to print on the skinny labels. So a lot of the newer ones, you're able to print on the thicker labels. These labels right here. And then you have the ones that are able to print on the labels that look like this. And you buy these on Amazon. Just make sure your printer is able to print on those labels. And I also have a full YouTube video on how I create my stocking system that I use. A lot of people always ask me, how do I stock my items? Let me go to my YouTube studio. I'm going to share you the video. Watch this video. It goes in depth on how I create my entire inventory system. Let me just find the video really quick and I'll share it in the live. Here it is right here. How do I share this from here? I don't want to listen to it. I want to share it. Boom, that's how I share it. Right here. First time here, let's go. What's up, Winter? This video right here, I just put into the chat. That's going to go over the box versus bin system. You can decide which system works best for you. And in that video, I talk about the labels and how I create my labels too. So make sure you check out that video if you're wherever you're watching. You can watch it on Facebook or YouTube. I think it might be on Facebook, but it's so far back in the videos that I just link my YouTube video. It's much easier to do. Can you tell me what it means when something is partially delisted on Nifty? I sold something on Poshmark, but it didn't delist from eBay. It means your eBay is not connected properly to be able to delist. So what you need to do is make sure your connection's properly set up. If you can't figure it out, reach out to Nifty. They'll be able to help you with that to get you a proper connection, or let you know why your item didn't delist. But it's partially delisted. What you're going to want to do is select that listing on the top left-hand corner. I'll kind of show you. I'll walk you through an example of how you delist something. So let's say, for example, this row didn't get delisted. What you do is you would select this, and at the bottom you would hit delist, and it delists across all platforms. And then reach out to Nifty and ask exactly why your item didn't delist. If you can't figure it out, they'll help you with it. Do you know if you need to choose flat rate shipping on Whatnot in order to use flat rate? Yes, you cannot. You're not supposed to. People get away with it all the time. But to use flat rate packaging on Whatnot, you're supposed to use flat rate shipping. You're not supposed to charge the buyer flat rate or charge the buyer priority mail shipping and then use a flat rate box. It's different from Poshmark. On Poshmark, you're allowed to do it, but it clearly states on Whatnot you're supposed to use flat rate shipping to use the flat rate boxes. Again, people get away with it all the time. I know somebody in the chat's probably gonna be like, I use flat rate boxes all the time. It never gets caught. Yeah, I'm sure Whatnot gets charged for those boxes like behind the scenes, and they just don't say anything about it, but you're really supposed to use regular priority mail boxes with regular priority mail labels and vice versa. Here's it again. I did on serves. Thank you for the recommendations of the button zipper hook. Makes buttoning shirts. I told you guys that it's $8 on it. That's why I made that video, because as soon as I used it, it was laying in my office for like a month and I didn't use it. And I was like, I was going through one of the drawers and Kayla had put it away, and I was like, I'm going to use this to see if it actually works. And I used it one time and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a game changer. And I was like, I need to make a video on this because I guarantee most people don't know about it. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It's on Facebook, YouTube, it's on TikTok as well. It's like $8 on Amazon Prime shipping for a button tool that you don't have to sit there and mess with your fingers anymore to try to button stuff. It's a game changer. It is a game changer. Do books sell good on eBay? Everything sells good on eBay as long as you look up the proper stuff. So there's some books that don't sell at all. You could list a book and it'll sit there on eBay for years and years. And there's other books that'll sell instantly. So just make sure you look up your books, look up your sell-through rates, see how many are listed versus how many are sold. There's tons of stuff that sells on eBay, not just books. Any tips on where I'd start right now? I'm just flipping my own items, but manually posting across 3 platforms. Keep manually posting. You're not big enough to sign up for Nifty. I'll never recommend somebody that just started to go sign up for Nifty. It doesn't make sense for you. What I want you to do is keep selling items in your house, build your inventory system from items you already have money invested in. You don't have to go out and spend any more money on any new inventory. Then take the money that you make from those items that sell and then go buy new inventory with that. Try to take very little out of your own funds. Just keep recycling the funds that you're making from your business. That's how you grow a really good business. And then go watch a bunch of free content online. There's so many videos online on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You can learn a ton of free stuff. You don't ever have to buy a course or anything like that. I paused listing on eBay for now, sourcing, prepping for a comeback, whatnot show. Thanks for all the tips. Let's go. I like it. I like to hear it. Does Nifty have an app? No, it's a website, but you can use it on the phone just like an app. So you go to nifty.ai. I'm going to put a link in the chat right now for your free trial. So you're going to go to this link. Let me just get to the page really quick. You're going to click this link and you're going to sign up for Nifty. You get a 7-day free trial. And again, it's a website, so you can use it on any phone as long as you have a browser, which everybody has on their phone, and be able to use it just like you use an app. There's no real need for an app. I know Vendu has an app. Everybody's like, Vendu has an app. Just go on nifty.ai on your phone. It looks just like an app. There's no need for it. All right. I'm just starting with all this. Use a program to help cross-post. Yeah, Nifty. I just put it down in the description or in the chat right now. You sign up. That's a 7-day free trial. It is going to ask you for your card information. It's not going to charge you anything. It just asks you for that, so that way when you're ready to purchase, it just automatically charges your card. But if you don't sign up, you're just using the free trial. You're not signing up for anything, so just keep that in mind. But you get a 7-day limited free trial with that link I just put. That's the one I use. Also, I have a YouTube video out with a guide on Nifty. Just go to my YouTube channel and search Nifty. I started using your system and I love it. I just need bigger number labels. You can always handwrite your numbers. You don't have to use labels. We choose to use labels because to be honest, they're just easier just to print out labels than to mark each one. And they look nicer and they're easier to spot when we're pulling inventory. But you don't need one. You can always just write your labels. So I ordered that button zipper thing too. Clicked on your store first. Nice. Appreciate you. I don't make much on those. I think I make literally like 3 cents or something on them, but I thought it was a cool tool, so I wanted to share it. Is it easier way to look up what something is worth? So Winter, I want you to go to my YouTube channel and look up any of my videos that say this, these 5 blank will make you rich. I have a jackets video, I have a ties video, I have a polos video. So these 5 polos will make you rich. Watch that video on my YouTube channel. It goes over in depth how I research items and see what they sell for, how much is sold versus how many are listed. That's the video you want to watch. And that video is done on the computer. You can do the same exact thing on your phone when you're out at thrift stores. So, any news on Nifty when whatnot will be added? No news on Nifty yet. I'm pushing her to add whatnot because obviously it would be a game changer for me, but no info on that yet. Are books mailed differently, meaning media? Yes, you can use media mail on books. Just keep in mind it's only for certain books. For example, I don't believe you can use it on magazines because they have advertising in them. There's a couple different things. So just read up books. I don't sell too many books. So I don't know all that goes into it, but I know magazines are one thing that you can't put into media mail. So some books might not apply to media mail. So just read up on it and make sure you're doing the right stuff. I will say I used to work at the post office. Media mail is one of the most opened boxes from the post office because people take advantage of media mail because usually it was a little bit cheaper. Now they've raised the rates a little bit, but just keep that in mind. They do open media mail. So if you do ship something that's not supposed to be shipped in media mail, it will usually either be charged to the buyer or they'll charge you for that. Even if you ship a book, but it's not a proper book to be shipped media mail, you can get a ding for that and get charged for it. So I didn't cross you, but I'm thankful I did. Let's go. Appreciate you, Winter. Appreciate you being here. This is Shipping Live. We do these every single morning, or at least like 3 days a week. We do Shipping Lives, and I just come on and answer questions and show you what shipped. Found my first Robert Talbot's tie at the flea market for $1. Let's go. Some of those Robert Talbot's tie can be worth really, really, really good money. So look out for them. Some of them are big dollar Robert Talbot's ties. All right, this is like not a big dollar sale, so don't pay attention to this one. This is just a, this sold on Merkari, one of my only Merkari orders. This is just a pair of women's North Face pants. We paid $7.46. I really don't know where we got this. I think this was in like a death pile. I don't normally pick up North Face pants like this anymore. Paid $7.46. They sold for 20 bucks on Merkari, but again, not a great sale. We don't really pick up North Face pants unless there's like something like crazy special about them. We usually pass on them. We had lots of good, decent bread and butter sales this weekend, so you guys will see that throughout the live. Nothing too crazy. I did have one sale that was a pretty high dollar sale, but mostly bread and butter this weekend. That one is shipped right into a gyro pack, ships out, easy peasy. I'm sure somebody's gonna ask me too about the bags. I get asked almost every single live. The bags are in my link tree. If you're watching on Facebook, it's in the description of this live. Click on that link tree, go to the products we use on a daily basis. I made a big old Amazon link like looking thing on my link tree now, so you guys can find it super easy. That's where we get our bags from, is directly from Amazon. So the amount of fake Psycho Bunny at the fleet, oh yes, Psycho Bunny is really faked. Very, very, very faked. We're pretty close to Miami, and Miami is like, for some reason, everybody in Miami loves Psycho Bunny. A lot of fakes around here, so you got to be very careful. Got to be very, very careful. I want some bread and butter. Bread and butter is good. Bread and butter pays the bills. Everybody always, you know, I got a lot of comments from people about, you know, lower dollar pieces that I sell, but I'm telling you, lower dollar pieces is what builds our business. We've done, I think, just under $200,000 in sales since the beginning of this year. Most of that is bread and butter sales. I'll tell you that. Love selling me some bread and butter. All right, speaking of bread and butter, lots of bread and butter selling on Poshmark this weekend. Let's find the first one. Suit Supply. I got this in a local bulk buy. I didn't pay much for it. I think I paid like $4 for it. Suit Supply used to sell really well. It doesn't sell for what it used to. It used to sell for like 25 to 30 bucks. These basic dress shirts do sell really fast, but you got to price them right. Paid $4. This only sold for 18 on Posh. I was only looking for a $10 profit on this. Again, I got it in a huge bulk buy locally, so it's not like I drove around to source this one shirt. I got like 150 shirts at one time, and I only paid like $4 for this. So Suit Supply, men's shirt, selling for 18 bucks on Posh, making a little over a $10 profit, and it sold really quick. We just listed that like a week and a half ago, and it sold. Do you suggest, oh, I forgot, I could put that in another bag. Do you suggest turning eBay into a personal account or to a business account once you reach a certain point? Is there a matter of person? I don't think it really matters, to be honest. I don't even know what account I have currently. I think I have a business account. To be honest, I don't know if you get any perks for changing it to a business account, because they're going to send you a 1099 either way, whether you're a business or personal, if you reach a certain sales. So I don't think there's really, you don't get anything for making it a business account, I don't think. You don't get any perks or anything. So just put it whatever you want. That's my suggestion. Does Nifty keep you informed which platform somebody has purchased from? Yes. So if you look at my spreadsheet, not my spreadsheet, my Nifty, let me share my screen really quick. This is what I'm reading my sales off of. This is all right on Nifty. It downloads all of your sales information. As soon as you make a sale, it ends up right here. It gives you your total sales price, the fees, cost of goods. This one doesn't have a cost of goods because I haven't put it in yet, but 803 is my cost of goods. I'll put it right here. And then it gives you your final profit. This all is automatic on Nifty. You don't have to do anything. As long as you have your store synced properly, it syncs all the information. Also, if something sells on eBay and you have it cross-listed to Poshmark, Merkari, Depop, and Etsy, it'll automatically delist it across all platforms for you, so you don't have to worry about a double sale. Again, as long as you have your platforms hooked up correctly, it'll do all that for you. What is the cheapest shipping and handling? Most of the time when we're shipping on eBay, we're going to use Ground Advantage. Poshmark and Whatnot, we're going to use Priority because anything over a pound on Whatnot goes Priority. Same with Poshmark, all across the board is Priority. Have a deal with the post office. And then Merkari, Depop, we're going to use Ground Advantage again because that's the cheapest to use. How should I list? I have a phone. It takes so long to list items. You can do it from the phone. Surf's lists like everything from his phone. Surf's up fine. So he does everything from his phone. What we do is we create templates on the computer. Then we do a draft. And then after we've created our draft, we go take photos in the garage. And then we come back and add those photos from the app on the phone right into our listing. If you haven't seen the video I put out a couple days ago or like a week ago, I have a full guide on Short form video, it's like 2.5 minutes long from start to finish how I list items. Just understand I did not steam or iron that shirt, and trust me, if you read the comments, everybody's flaming me for it. I'll tell you this, I've never steamed, I've never ironed one item I've ever sold on eBay, Poshmark, Merkari, whatnot. Never done it, but go read the comments on there. Everybody's telling me, everybody's an expert, and everybody's telling me I should have steamed that item. There's additional features for business account, only $4.59 per month start. No, that's a store. So they're talking about a business versus personal account. You're talking about getting an eBay store, which yes, there's additional perks for that. You get so many extra listings per month, but that's not the same thing as a business account. So just keep that in mind. But appreciate you trying to help. Next up, we got a cricket polo. Good brand to look out for. These, again, used to sell for like crazy money. And lately, you're not going to get as much as you used to be able to get. Let me find this sale. Where is it at? Cricket, men's polo shirt, paid $6.42. These are just basic polos. There's nothing crazy about them. That's the brand name right there. Just basic blue polo shirt. You can pick these up really cheap. Again, I paid $6.42 and this one sold for 22 bucks. Thank you for this free game. I don't charge anything for all the information that I give. I don't have a course. I know a lot of people think as soon as they see my videos that there's going to be a course pitch afterwards. I don't have a course. I just give out all the info for free. I learned everything for free, so I give away everything for free. People always ask me, why do you do that? You're creating competition for yourself. Every single year, I make more money doing this, so clearly I'm not limiting myself because I don't have a scarcity mindset. I know how much is always available at all times in thrift stores. There's never going to be a limit to the amount of inventory you get. Literally, even if thrift stores handpicked all the items, if you go there, you're still going to find items because there's just so much. There's an excess of inventory. So it doesn't hurt to share. And I know I'm helping some people make some money, and that's what it's about. How big are your phones? How big are your phones you're using? Example, iPhone. Kayla uses a regular size iPhone. This is a Max. I think it's a 15 or 16 Max. I don't even know what the version this is, but this is a Max. Kayla uses a regular phone. I don't think it really matters. Both cameras on the Max and the regular phone, the regular size, are pretty much the same. It just depends on the model. What's up, Amy D? What's up, Amy D? Best way to do a whatnot spreadsheet to keep track of your sales. Just a basic spreadsheet will work. If you know what your cost for your show is, it's really easy to figure out what your profit on your show is, because afterwards, whatnot gives you a payout. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm saying, what I'm meaning by this. Shipments. So yesterday's show, I don't think, it doesn't have any of the buyer's information, so we're good. Just making sure my buyers are protected. So yesterday's show, we have sales, and this is after people have applied their coupons, and then you have completed earnings. So let's say, for example, this show, my total buy cost on everything that I bought in the show was $1,000. That means my profit on the show would be $2,215. So to add this to a spreadsheet, you would literally just put your total sales, your cost of goods, and you wouldn't even have to put in your fees because your fees are already calculated here. If you wanted to track your fees, you would have to do that separately on that spreadsheet. And then that's it. Easy peasy to track your sales, and then number of items in that show. But that's how our show looks like afterwards. Really easy. Whatnot breaks it all down for you, so it's super easy to do. But you can just create a basic spreadsheet. If you need a spreadsheet, I have one on my YouTube video. Go to my YouTube channel, type in free reseller spreadsheet, and there's one. I made a video earlier this year for that. Free spreadsheet. Also, there's Jason A's spreadsheet that's linked in my bio. If you wanted to do a paid spreadsheet that's really in depth, that spreadsheet's available as well too. Do you plan on reducing your eBay inventory store subscription? I'm not going all in on whatnot. I think we'll always do eBay. I'm going to try to list at least 10 items per day on eBay moving forward, like from here on out. If we ever slow down on whatnot, then I would just increase the eBay. I like having my options open. I like having the fact that we just started listed. I love that fact that we just started listed because that gives me another option of income that I can either fall back or go hard on. So yeah. I don't think we'll ever stop listing on eBay. I think we'll always keep it live. What's up, Mom? Mom's in the chat. Everybody say hi to Mom. Merkari, do you ship your own these items over a pound? I use Merkari labels, if that answers your question. Everything on Merkari, I use Merkari labels for. So, yeah. All right, next up, Ralph Lauren solid white Ralph Lauren shirt. Here it is, just basic Ralph Lauren piece. It's a men's XLT, which is a good size to look out for. Paid $803, and this one sold for $25 over on Poshmark. You do very well on Whatnot. Price-wise, close to eBay? Correct. Yes, we do. That's only because we basically handpick all the items for our shows for consignment. So when people send in consignment, I don't just take everything usually. I go through and cherry pick each and every item so I know my consigners are going to make good money, and my consigner is going to make more good money, and we're going to get a higher sales price. That's key. I think there's a lot of people that tried to mimic our style. I'll say that. A lot of people that try to mimic our style with consignment, and what they did was they just gave a brands list to their followers and said, here, I want these brands, and they didn't cherry pick each and every item from the brands. So for example, if I tell you guys I want Patagonia, there's people out there that will send me extra small Patagonia t-shirts. Just a plain extra small Patagonia t-shirt. That item on one of my shows is only worth like $3. But if I just told you send me in Patagonia, you would send me in those pieces. And I think, when it comes to consignment, you really got to be picky and choosy with what you take, and that's why our shows are super successful. How long do you keep your items, and what do you do with them after they sat for a while? Good question. I get that question a lot, especially when I do those videos where I show like my inventory system and then I show myself pulling orders. I get a lot of people that are like, oh my gosh, you have so much inventory, you're probably making no money, look at all the investment. And I always say to those people, I'm always like, when you go to a retail store, are their shelves empty or are they full? Because if they're full, that means they have a lot of inventory invested. That's how they make multiple sales. So what we do to liquidate inventory that's not selling as well, we liquidate them on Whatnot shows. So we can take those pieces of inventory, do a clear out show, say, hey, I'm gonna do dollar starts on this stuff. I just want it gone. Feel free to steal it from me, dollar starts. We usually sell, I've never actually ran an item on Whatnot that didn't sell. I don't think I've ever ran an item that didn't sell. So those all sell on Whatnot. Or what we can do is we can do a price drop on our eBay store, run a sale on our eBay store to get some of the old pieces moving. But there's always ways to make pieces move. Also, our buy cost is so low on most of our inventory, anywhere between $3 to $10 a piece. It's really hard to lose money on inventory when your buy cost is so low. Even if you ran it on $1 on a Whatnot show, you bought something for $5, you're usually going to make your money back on that piece. And we're not just buying anything like willy-nilly. We're making sure we're picking up items that are actually selling, which limits that from happening and us sitting on inventory for too long. Next up, Free Fly men's shorts, good brand to look out for. Free Fly, these aren't like heavy hitters, but they do sell really quick. Paid $7.46 and these sold for $22 over on Poshmark. Liquidation, what it's called? Yep, liquidate your inventory, get it out. By the way, is my mic sounding better today, chat? Let me know. I told you guys I was gonna use a mic on my lives, and then I completely forgot the last couple lives, and then I started using it again. Let me know if the mic sounds good. Also, when I'm packing orders, is it too loud or is it okay? Weekend sales was slow. Sunday had 10 sales. 10 sales on Sunday is not bad, Troy. 10 sales isn't bad. Some people pray for 10 sales a week. I wouldn't say that's a bad sales day. All right, last Poshmark order, then we'll get into eBay orders. This is a Mizzen in Maine men's shirt. This one did have a small spot on the back, very, very small spot. So we did price this a little bit lower than usual. I missed it. This was from a bulk buy. Paid $7 for this. We still sold it for $18. If this didn't have a spot on it, this would have probably sold for somewhere around $25. It's okay, cool. Cool, appreciate you. This one's just gonna slide into a Tyvek envelope. I use these specifically for Poshmark orders, because remember with Poshmark you get priority mail labels, so you always use the free packing supplies. Don't use the ones you pay for. You can use the free packing supplies and you get that Poshmark label, or that priority mail label for Poshmark. Throw it on there, ship it out, easy peasy. All right, now let's ship eBay orders. Let's have some fun and ship some eBay orders. Let me open up eBay because I closed it out. Again, if you guys are hanging out, feel free to ask any questions, share some sales, talk it up in the chat. That's what we're here for. I did just sell something else on eBay too. Let's go. I sold 2 things on eBay while we were just live. Holy cow. Sold a pair of True Religion men's jeans for $29.99 and just sold a Ralph Lauren shirt that's brand new with tags for $36. I'll have to grab those after the live. Let's go. Anyways, James Pierce Purse. I don't know how to pronounce this brand, but I know it's a good one. Paid $7.47 for these. These are men's size 30, a little bit of a lower size. That's probably why it took a little bit longer to sell, but these still sold for 30 buckaroos. 30 bucks over on eBay. Appreciate you, Mary. Appreciate the feedback on the mic. I got to remember to plug it in every day when I go live. That's the hard part, is to remember. I have another mic here. It's next to me. It's my colorful mic, but I can't use it when I have my label printer hooked up because I only have one USB. I need to get a splitter, and then I can use the other mic, and then I won't forget. But I might go get that today, actually. Get a splitter for my computer so I can use my big mic and I don't have to use this little one. All right, these are going to ship out for £1. This is where we're going to use ground advantage. Everybody always asks, like when they see our packages outside our front door, they see a lot of priority packages. With eBay, we use primarily ground advantage when we're shipping. These are going to go, I have these set for priority mail. I guess I'll use priority mail. I'm going to pay $9.84. Buyer paid $18.95 for shipping. That might be another reason why these took forever to sell, because I had the wrong shipping set. If these were priority, this person probably would have only paid like $12 for them. So that might be another reason these sat for a little bit, but it's still a good sale. I made $9 in profit on that one, on just shipping alone. Shipped. Next order is a Brooks Brothers brand new tag men's solid white shirt. As you can see, it does have the Brooks Brothers logo on the front. That's always what you're looking for. This shirt, trying to find the order. This one we literally just listed. I picked this up in a bulk buy. I think I paid $12 for this one. I paid up a little bit more. This one sold for $35. Again, really quick sale. We just listed this, I think either on Thursday or Friday. I'm struggling on how to deal with ties, storing them until they sell. Do you put them in bags? Okay, this is a good time for this question too. Shipping to the buyer. Okay, I got you. I actually sold a tie, Charlene. So hang out for just 1 second. I'll show you exactly how I ship a tie. I'll also show you the bag that I use to store the tie in. We get not the big bags that we usually use. We get smaller bags. They actually are this size right here. This size poly bag is perfect. If you go to my link tree and you buy the clear bags, these bags are also linked under the same listing. They're just the smallest bags you can buy from that link. But I'll show you a tie sale. I got one coming up. I want to list a bundle of men's shirts unlisted. I'm struggling to determine the price per item. Good question, and I'm going to have to make a post about this. So when you're posting unlisted, you have to think in the mind of a reseller, right? But you also have to think that you got to make a profit too. So for example, when we are listing men's Ralph Lauren shirts, typically we're able to source Ralph Lauren shirts for right around $5 to $7 a piece. Usually closer to that $5 mark. And then when we sell them, we usually sell them between $20 to $25, depending on exactly what the shirt is. So if I was going to wholesale that off to somebody, I would wholesale those off at $10 a piece, or right around that $10 mark, depending on how good the shirts are in that bundle, because I want to make sure that person's at least able to double their money on their investment. And that's key. I got a lot of lots on listed right now that are just never going to sell. I know they're not, because myself as a reseller, I'm looking at the price points on these lots and listed, and I'm like, there's no way to make any money. What a lot of people are doing too is they're putting like 1 or 2 good pieces within a listing and then a bunch of like super low end pieces and then charging like $12 a unit plus shipping. As a reseller, I would never buy that bundle because it just doesn't make sense. I'm not going to buy a bundle just for 2 shirts and then lose money on the rest. Doesn't make sense. So what I would do with the price point is make sure the user at the other end after shipping can at least double their money on the pieces in your lot. That's what I would say. This way you still make a profit. Wholesale is all about just clearing this inventory out fast. You're able to throw a bunch in the lot. You don't have to list it, but you're able to make like $2 or $3 on each unit. Put 50 units in there, you make 100 to 150 bucks super fast and easy. You pass that deal on to somebody else. That's what wholesale is about. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people with too much or too high of a price. Also, make sure you take really great photos showcasing each one of your items, and you can add 4 videos within your listing on listed. So put those items, just stack them up and just peel through each one and show each and every piece, because you have a higher chance of a sale. If there's any like smoke and mirrors in the listing, you can't see what's actually in the listing. You can kind of see, but you can't see. That's going to cause a buyer like, it's not going to create, what word am I looking for? Not going to create buyer confidence in your listing. The confidence of the buyer left as soon as they can't figure out what's in your listing. So keep that in mind too. Car insurance goal met, and now I can build revenue to buy a few more storage units in a week. Nice, let's go. Your storage unit buyer, I like it. I never did the storage unit game, but I've always been curious about it. So started nifting at the beginning of May, having the best month on eBay since 2022. And the only change is nifty. I'm telling you guys, the only reason I promote Nifty is because of the best. Benjamin right there. I didn't pay Ben for that ad either. Make sure you're using Nifty. If you haven't tried it, again, there's a free trial link in the comment section right now, or go to my link tree in my bio and go sign up. Free 7-day trial. Just try Nifty and you'll be like Ben. You'll have the best sales month since 2022 just by having Nifty do delist, relist for you. Also learning how to do Whatnot shows for when I'm set up and ready. Let's go. Hard goods do really good on Whatnot. So if you get a lot of storage unit stuff, people eat those lives up. I don't do that kind of live, but I'm always envious of the people that can do like storage unit lives and get a big crowd in there, because yeah, people like the aspect of not knowing what's coming next. That's why we do random pulls on our shows. And if you have a whole storage unit full of just random stuff, you can get a big crowd in there. All right. We got asked about ties. So this is how we store ties right here. Again, we use those little clear bags. All I do is fold it into thirds. I know a lot of people say that this could damage the tie. To be honest, I've never had a buyer ever complain about one tie that I've sold. As long as you fold it up nice and neat like this, there shouldn't be any issues. You're always gonna have some creases or something when a tie is delivered. If they just steam this out, they can get it back into perfect condition. This is a Charles Turwitt tie, great brand to look out for. Just basic bread and butter tie, paid $3.21. It sold for $22.99. I actually have two more that I got a list over there. But when we ship these out, all we do, we pack them up just like this. We throw them right into a poly bag. That's it. If you want to use a box to make sure you can roll it up and make it look nice and neat, feel free to. Go for it. We choose to not use boxes. They're more expensive both for the box rather than using a poly bag, and also for shipping. Boxes add a lot of weight, where these only add like 1 ounce to your order. So this right here, if I was using a box, I would say the box would probably weigh at least 4 to 5 ounces, even a smaller box. This only weighs 2.1 ounces. So I'm gonna save on shipping. Again, the buyer's gonna be happy. There's gonna be no issues with this tie. I've never had an issue with a tie shipping in a poly bag. This is gonna ship out for $4.14. Buyer paid $6.30. That's how we ship a tie. Listing a tie is really, really easy to do. We just roll it up, make it look nice and neat, and then we take some photos. I've done some tie listing lives too, so if you want to check those out, they're older lives. You'll have to scroll for a little bit. Maybe I'll do a tie listing. I actually don't have too many ties to list, so I can't really do one. Once I get some ties, if I shop for ties this week, I'll do a tie listing live again, because you guys seem to like those tie lives. Next up, Patagonia men's baggy shorts. I think these are men's. Hold on, let me check. No, these are women's. Women's size small, baggy. This is a skirt. It's a skort. I don't even know what I'm selling. This is a skort. Pick this one up for only $2.63 at the thrift store. I think we got this from City Thrift at that price. This one sold for 18 doll hairs. 18 doll hairs. Easy bread and butter piece to list and sell. Just throw this right in a poly bag and it ships out nice and easy. Next up, we got a... Do we do the poncho shirts? I guess we'll do the poncho shirts right now. We got 3 poncho shirts that sold this weekend. If you haven't been watching my lives, you're missing out, because I've been selling a ton of these poncho shirts, like literally a ton of them. I got them in a wholesale deal. Somebody reached out on Instagram, said, hey, I got a bunch of new Attack poncho shirts. You want to go in with me on the deal? I did, and I've been selling a crap ton of them. So it's a blouse. I get ties for $1 each. Ties are great. Ties are amazing because they're so easy to list, so easy to ship, really small, easy to store. I've said this multiple times. If I could make a whole store where I was just selling ties, I would do it. There's a lady on eBay. Her name is, I always forget her name, Sherry's Bargains. Sherry's Bargains, if you go to her eBay store, she only sells ties. She kills it. She sells like, I want to say on average, she's selling like 25 to 30 ties a day. 25 to 30 a day. Poncho shirts are fire. So we got an XL regular fit right here, brand new with tags, still in the bag. XL regular fit, I just got to find the listing. This one sold for $54.99. I'm getting lots of offers on these. The lowest I'll take on these is $54.99 usually. A couple times I'll take a little bit lower just to move some, but $54.99, I paid right around $35 a piece. Yes, I did pay up for these, but poncho shirts, as Luis said in the chat, they're fire. They sell so well, pre-owned condition or new with tags. It's really hard to get these wholesale like super cheap because they're such a good brand, hot brand right now. So I didn't mind paying up for these because you guys can see how fast they're selling. I'm making like somewhere between a $10 to a $20 profit on each one that I sell, depending on where it sells and what price it sells for. But it was like literally 3 listings I had to make, and they're just selling back to back to back. So it's just like, it's the easiest money I've ever made. Poncho shirts. That one shipped. We got another one that's sold in a different size. Let me print this label out really quick. This one is the large slim fit. There it is right there. The large slim fit sold for $51. So this buyer made an offer. They wouldn't go over 51. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just take that. So this one, 51 bucks on this men's poncho shirt. I get advertisements for Poncho like crazy. I heard of it. Yeah. Once you like hear of it and you like search it on your browser, you'll usually get a ton of ads. The bad thing is once you start getting ads on like Facebook and Instagram for a brand, usually that means the brand value is going to go down within the next couple of years. So keep that in mind. Bird Dogs is a perfect example of that. Bird Dogs was like a super hot selling brand. You'd be able to sell Bird Dogs pants for like 50 bucks almost instantly. Nowadays, when you list Bird Dogs, they still sell very, very well. They sell for good money, but they don't sell as fast as they used to, unless they're like new with tag condition. By the way, we have a lot on listed right now for new with tag Bird Dogs. So if you want wholesale Bird Dogs right to your door, it's on listed. It's $2,000. I know that's a little high price for some people. They're like, hey, I can't spend $2,000. But trust me, if you have $2,000 to spend on inventory, that lot you can make at least double your money on. So you can invest $2,000 and sell. You'll make $2,000 on that lot, easy peasy. At least $2,000 on that lot. Lady Killing It are the name brands or ordinary ties. I just got 75 ties for 30. Go check out her store. Just here, I'll show you what her store is. You want to see how easy it is to find her store? Let's go over to eBay. I'm going to show you. Let me take off your comment so we can see the page. All right, let's just look up men's ties. I'm literally just going to look up men's ties. I'm going to find her store. Watch this. Ready? I'm going to find her store. I think that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Actually, let's go to sold. That's what I want to do. I want to look up sold, and I'm going to scroll here, and I probably should filter for a cost because this is going to give me all the ties. Yeah, let's filter for a cost of. She usually sells her ties 15 to 35. That's a good point. Okay, now let's scroll, and we're going to find her store just based off the photos. Usually she's on one of the top pages. That's not her ties. So really good photos for people with ties on here. Maybe you should look up a brand. Robert Talbot probably would bring up her tie. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing it yet. I'm not seeing it yet. Come on, Sherry. Don't fail me now, Sherry. There it is. This is her store right here. 100%. I know this is her store. Don't fail me, Sherry. Don't fail me, Sherry. Oh, can I go into listing? Hold on. See original listing. How did I know that this was her store? Boom. Sherry's Bargains. Right here. Knew it was her store. She has on the second page of all the ties that are currently sold, she is on the second page. That means she probably sold this tie today. Let's go into her store really quick. It's going to open up a new tab, so let me take you guys along with me. Replace screen. Sherry's Bargains. Boom. Love this store. If you want to see a good store, this is a good store. These are all ties that she has listed. Look at this. Chanel tie for $135. Holy cow. So you're like, oh, cool. K-Way, who cares? She sells ties. Everybody sells ties on eBay. Ties don't sell, K-Way. What are you trying to teach me here? So we're going to go to sold listings. Today is the second, right? Sold on the second. This one sold on the second, so that's the one we just pulled up. Let's see the first. Like the crazy amount of sales for ties. Just goes on for days and days and days. These are all sold yesterday. $118 for an Hermes tie. By the way, we sold Hermes ties on our Whatnot show for like 40 bucks. You guys are killing it on whoever's buying those. Hermes tie for 104. All these are on the first. So this whole stack right here is all selling on the first. She's only selling ties. And if you look at her average sales price, based on these sales, I would say her average sales price is probably like right around the $35 mark. If she's buying these wholesale, which you can get ties wholesale, yeah, she's probably paying like pennies for these ties. And she's selling them for crazy money, 118 bucks. Like, yeah, that's Sherry's Bargains. And again, the way I could find her store without even looking at her store is her photos. All of her photos look exactly the same. It's so easy to spot her listings, which is good because if somebody is looking for ties and they've bought from her before, they literally just have to look on eBay for the tie brand they're looking for. They look for her style of photo. They find her listing. They go in and buy a tie. And they're like, I bought them from this lady before. She gave me good ties. Now I'm buying more from her. So if you can tweak your photos to make all your photos look really the same. It's going to add value to your store more than you could ever think. Let me go to my store really quick. So if you look at our store, we try to do something similar. It's not the same as her store. It's pretty hard to do with shirts because she sells all the same thing. But as you can see from our photos, they're all in sync. They all look exactly the same, except for something like shorts like that. But as you can see, really nice photos. There's our tie photos. That's how our ties look when we take photos of them. But as you can see, all the shirts are in sync. So if somebody sees a shirt that looks like this on eBay, they're probably like, oh, that's K-Way shirt. Then they go in and buy a shirt from us. So hope that helps. Let me stop the share on this screen. Stop screen sharing. There we go. Close out that tab. How long does it take you to ship items? Surfs, you were on live for literally like 6 hours this morning, okay? You were talking about the Pacers like the whole morning. Nobody wants to hear about the stupid Pacers, okay? Everybody knows that OKC is going to win the championship. They literally just got the most easiest opponent. So thanks for that, Surfs. Go OKC. You sell a lot on eBay? Yeah, we sell a lot. We sold 23 items this weekend just on eBay alone. Sherry's Bargains. Again, just go look for tie sales. Filter for like $20 tie sales. Trust me, you're going to find her store super easy. Sounds like a designer or new. Looks like I need to learn. Yes, you can't just pick up any old ties. There's tons of ties in thrift stores. I'd say probably 99.9% of ties are almost worthless in thrift stores. But look at her store. Go to her store and see what she's currently selling. It's a good way to learn what ties to pick up is just go into a tie seller store. And she has tons of ties for you to learn from. So orders awaiting shipment. Everybody tells Surfs to get out of here. Guys a freaking sits on live for 8 hours and then complains about me being on live. Poncho shirt, another men's poncho shirt. This one sold for $58. So 3 poncho shirts sold this weekend. Bandwagon fan. I don't like OKC. I'm rooting for them so I can be like, haha, you guys lost. I mean, this is all you got to root for this whole year, Surfs, because as soon as the Colts start playing, we all know exactly what's going to happen with the Colts this year. So you better hope they win a championship, because if they don't, it'll be next year for you. It'll be next year for sure. Number 11 ounces. I shouldn't talk. I don't think Titans are going anywhere anyway, but I like to mess with you. $5.49. Buyer paid $7.15. Still got quite a bit to ship, so we're going to ship pretty fast here because I want to make sure we beat it to the mailman. Plus, I think Kayla bought me sushi, so I got to make sure I get to the sushi before it goes bad. There's that. Next up, Peter Manning. Good brand, not Peter Millar, Peter Manning. This is a vest. Found this at a thrift store. I forget what we paid for it. I forgot to put it in the SKU, but I think I paid like $4 or $5 for this. Sold for $38 on eBay. Peter Manning is the brand. Great brand to look out for. They make pants. They make... I think they make suits. The suits sell for crazy good money, and obviously they make outerwear, stuff like this. And this one sold pretty quick too. It was listed for a couple weeks. It's not technically like prime time to be selling like Peter Manning or not Peter Manning, but vests and stuff like that. But this one still sold, even though we're heading into summer, because the brand sells all year round. That one shipped. Next up, we got looks like a Ralph Lauren shirt. It wouldn't be a K-Way live. It wouldn't be a Surfs Up live if we didn't have at least one Ralph Lauren sale. So here's a Ralph Lauren men's shirt, just basic, size small. Picked this up for $4.28, and this one sold for $20.70. That's a nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted. On these items, anything $25 or less in my eBay store, I do not have best offer on. So the only way somebody can actually get an offer on these items is if Nifty sends them out. Because I don't have tons of margin on these items. They're lower end pieces. I want to make sure they sell for near full price. So only Nifty can send out offers on these. And that person accepted my offer. You and Surfs are brother from another mother. You keep each other on your toes. Speaking of toes, that guy sends me toe pics every single day. It's kind of weird. You guys think it's weird that Surfs texts me his toes every day? He says feet pics for free. He says usually he charges people for them, but for some reason he just sends them to me. I don't really enjoy them, actually. I think he needs to get like a, what do you call it, a manicure? Pedicure? Pedicure, I think, is your toes. I think that's what he needs because his toes are all janky. Bearskin Tactical Hoodie, 75 plus ship. Never heard of Bearskin. Bearskin Tactical, have I ever heard of the brand Bearskin? I don't think I have. A lot of those tactical brands are really, really good. I recently started selling coins again on eBay. I was wondering if the out-of-state taxes on silver coins, I have no clue, Flag City. That's above my pay grade. I don't do any coins. That's something that you might want to reach out to eBay support or go to eBay for sellers on Facebook, I think is what their page is. Reach out to them and see if they can help you with that. 'Cause to be honest, I wouldn't know how to answer that question. I wish I could help you, but I don't. He does need help. He needs help a lot. He needs a lot of help, Kate. A lot of help. Yeah, toe picks. That's what he sends me them. He sends me them, and I don't want them. I don't want them. He needs help, both with himself and with his pedicures, because yeah, they're really bad. Sims men's fishing shorts. SIMMS is the brand. It's a good fishing brand. These are just basic shorts. Nothing too crazy about these. I got these at Goodwill for $7.46. These sold for $24.99 plus ship. This is definitely the time of year to be listing fishing gear. Fishing gear is hot right now, so if you have any laying around in your death piles, make sure you get them listed. Sims is one of those brands that are just like bread and butter. It's like higher end Columbia is what I would equate it to. It's not like super high end, but it's also not like low end either. People really like the brand. So if you see Sims out in the wild, make sure you grab it. As long as you're paying, not too crazy prices. Usually get like right around $25 on most basic Sims pieces. And then if you get some like heavy jackets, there's also some like really, really high end Sims pieces that go for like 100 plus in pre-owned condition. Look out for those pieces. They're usually like jackets and things like that. For your eBay items, what do you put as your return address for privacy? I have my personal address. I know a lot of people would say don't do that, especially because we're on social media. You could get a P.O. box. We have a P.O. box like right near us, but we're going to be moving here pretty soon. When we do move, I am going to get a P.O. box. But we have a big dog, so I'm not worried about anybody coming to our house. She'll tear you up. Do you have any video that shows from the beginning of an item when you buy, how to track inventory, photograph and list, basics? I don't have a full video on that. Charlene, I know you saw my short form piece of content where I made that. I do plan to make a full video in the future from beginning to end, like step by step in depth, but the short form video kind of goes over the process like really quickly. But again, I plan to make that video in the future. So I finally sold Magellan pants that I had for a few months. Yeah, Magellan's one of those brands kind of like Columbia. We don't really pick up. It doesn't really move that well. Make sure when you're picking those up, you're always checking sell-through rates, see how many are listed versus how many are sold, because some of those they'll sit forever. Harley Davidson men's camo shirt. It's like a camo shirt jacket. Pick this up on Whatnot. I forget what we paid for this. This has actually been listed for a while, and I'm actually surprised it sat on eBay this long, especially a camo Harley Davidson shirt like this, shirt jacket. Sold for 33 bucks over on eBay. Like I said, I'm surprised. This one was probably listed like 6 months ago, and it just sold. So, I don't know. Okay, we look up the brand ASVP hoodies or sweaters. They sell really well. I'll do it in just a second. ASVP hoodies and sweaters. I will look those up. This one's going to ship out for £2. Buyer paid $10.05 for the shipping on this. I'm only paying $6.07 with my eBay discount for my labels. All right, you want me to look up ASVP hoodies? ASVP hoodies. Let's see. ASVP hoodie. Let's see. ASVP hoodie. No exact matches found. Is there like another name for them? ASVP hoodie. This is what it comes up when I search ASVP hoodie. Especially camouflage hoodies. Why is it not coming up? Nothing's coming up for ASVP hoodie. No exact matches found. Is it like a different, is there like a name for them? We'll keep going until you let me know, because nothing popped up. All right, next order we got going out is orders awaiting shipment. Next order we got going out, just a basic Brooks Brothers piece right here. It does have your hit on the front. Picked this up in a bulk buy, paid $7 for this one. It sold for full asking price, $22.99 plus ship. Appreciate you, OVABs. OVABs hyping everybody up. Make sure you give the live a like, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. It's really easy to do. That just tells Facebook or YouTube, hey, this guy's doing a good job. I like his live. and it pushes it out to more people so we can teach more people how to do this. So make sure you hit that like button. It's free to do. Appreciate you, OVAPs, for hyping everybody up. This is going to go out for 12 ounces. Buyer paid $7 for shipping. I'm only paying $5.21. Next up, we're going to do a really bad sale. I'm here to share all of them. I'm not here to just share the heavy hitters. I'm here to share the bad sales, the horrible sales. Ship my order, Pansy. Your order has already been shipped, you pansy. Your order's out waiting for the mailman. Go call the mailman and yell at him. Don't yell at me no more. This is a Wrangler shirt. I do not pick up this brand. This one actually has a flaw on it too. I do not pick up this brand very, very often. I got this in a bulk buy. I really didn't want it, but part of the bulk buy deal is you buy whatever the person brings. This is kind of one of those throw-in pieces. Wrangler pearl snap shirt. Looks really, really nice. Black pearl snaps. Everything you want in a different brand, like a Howler Bros. This is like a $100 shirt or a $50 shirt. This only sold for $12.99 plus shipping. Wasn't even worth my time to list. It's been listed for so long, so don't pick up Wrangler pearl snap shirts. I know they look good. They look like they're going to sell for a lot of money. They just don't. Again, this one has a small flaw on it too. $12.99. Just got it out the door. But again, I'm here to share all the sales. I could share all the heavy hitters if I wanted to, all the good bread and butter pickups, but sometimes you get a piece like this in a bulk buy, and to be honest, I probably should have just donated this. I shouldn't have took the money or took the time to list it because it wasn't really worth the time. Did I make a profit on it? Sure, I made a profit, but it's not really worth it. Paid $5.80 for my label. Buyer paid $7.35. Now, after this, we're going to go to a good sale. We're going to go to a heavy hitter, the ones that I should be sharing all my videos. Only heavy hitters. The brand we actually sold last night on our Whatnot show, we sold a tie in this brand, and I told you guys ties, everything in this brand is good. So the brand is Charvet. You can see that label right there. Men's Charvet. This is just a solid white dress shirt. There's nothing else on the shirt. It is just solid white. Pick this up locally in a bulk buy. I think I paid like $15 for this shirt. It's sold for $85 in pre-owned condition. You would think the Wrangler shirt with all the patterns would sell for more than a solid white shirt, but the brand is what sells this shirt. Again, $85 is what that one sold for. I scooped the Dixon this weekend. It looks a lot like a Wrangler. Yeah, the Dixon's going to sell for way more than Wrangler. It's just the brand is what drives up the value, and I love picking up Dixon flannels. By the way, if you like Dixon flannels, there's literally a lot on List It right now that has Dixon flannels in it. I'm telling you guys, there's such good lots on List It right now that people are sleeping on. I might start buying these lots and just selling them on my Whatnot show. I might just create List It to have you guys list your items lower so I can buy them and sell them on Whatnot. I don't want to have to do it, but there's such good lots listed right now. Like crazy good lots. There's one literally with Dixon in it. Go buy it. How do you spell it? Charvet. Charvet. C-H. Here. Put it in the chat. That's how you spell it. Charvet. Charvet. People say Charvet. It's Charvet. It's a very fancy brand. If you find ties, blazers, pants, whatever you find in that brand, pick it up. It's literally worth money. You can find them usually at thrift stores for like $5, $6 because thrift stores don't know the brand. I know you're closed, but I started getting VCRs and selling them like crazy. VCRs are great because the one thing about VCRs is they don't make them anymore. So if somebody needs a VCR, especially the good high-end models, they're going to pay up for them. So smart. I've seen tons of videos. I actually used to sell VCRs like way back in the day when I first started because they were hot like 6 or 7 years ago. The sale prices have dropped a little bit. There's certain ones that sell for really great money still, but like 5, 6 years ago, VCRs, you could buy basically any VCR and it was like a $100 VCR. Like any one of them was $100. Ralph Lauren men's large dress shirt, just a basic Ralph Lauren shirt, $24.99 plus ship. Dixon flannels, yes. That's what they're called, right? Dixon flannels? Thank you for spelling, no problem. I thought really, when I first heard the brand, I thought that's what they were trying to do, like make it funny. Because it's kind of like a funny brand too. They have a whole bunch of like colorful, they have a whole bunch of movie prints. So they make shirts like they have a Friday print, like literally from the movie Friday. I forget the guy's name in Friday that has the flannel shirt, but they have a shirt that looks just like his. They have a Freddy Krueger one. They have a bunch of them, a bunch of crazy shirts, and I thought that's what they were trying to do with the name, but yeah. Does my mailman hate me because I do home pickup? No. Your mailman likes you, and I know that sounds, well, some mailmen do. Some mailmen are lazy. people and they don't like to do any extra work. They want to sit in their truck all day. Usually it's the older mailman. But for example, my mailman loves when I have a lot of packages. And the reason why, he actually called me when he was getting his route adjustment. They have people follow you on your route. He asked me to have a lot of packages that week. So we ran a couple Whatnot shows during the week just to have a lot of packages, because the more packages they have, the more they get out of their truck and the smaller their route is. So if they have a huge pickup on their route and it takes them an hour to do that pickup, they only have to be at that house for an hour doing that pickup. I, as a mailman, would have rather been doing a pickup than sitting in that hot truck all day long. People don't understand a lot of those trucks, the older trucks, they don't have air conditioning in it. So the fact that I got to get out of the truck, even on like a day when it was 100 degrees outside, it was cooler outside the truck than it was inside the truck. And then again, you're adding that volume to your route, so your route will actually shrink. You'll get less deliveries on your route, making your day easier, especially on a lower volume day. So your mailman doesn't hate you unless he's lazy. So sold 5 items this past weekend. Let's go. So sold 5 in the past weekend. Yes, VCRs. Love VCRs. Can you show 3 wholesale lots on listed? Yeah, let's go. Let's go. You just type in listed.net. I'm gonna put it in the chat really quick too. This, you can follow along if you want to. Again, this is the marketplace that we are building out. Also, if you go to listed.net, it's going to look like an actual website now. It's not going to look like a district site. It's going to look like an actual website. Let me take your comment down. All right, you can do this on your phone or on the computer. Obviously, I'm on the computer, so it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to change away the K-Way picks too. I'm going to add in some new picks because there's some new lots that just popped up. But what you're going to do is you're going to go to just listed, and you're going to hit see all, and then there's all of these lots. So currently there's 77 lots available. There's lots of good ones in here. So right here, this is Jenna. She's done some consignment with us before, and she wanted to come on. Yeah, Debo, that's who I was thinking of. She's done some consignment with us, and then she said, hey, I want to do some wholesale lots. She's been doing wholesale for a long time. So right here, you have a Gymshark Skims Free People lot. Let me see if I can go into this one. And I did tell her, I messaged her last night and said, add some video to your listing. So she has all video for all of these pieces. What she does is she sources these from the Goodwill bins, and then she just creates lots and sells them off to resellers. That's her whole business model. Right here, $6.50 a piece plus the listing fee. So there's 35 pieces for $250 plus 45 shipping. So that's less. She says $6 a piece, but she's not equating for the shipping cost. That's less than $10 a piece. I think it's less than $9 a piece, shipped right to your door for good brands. Good, easy bread and butter pieces that'll sell really fast for you. Let's go back. She has a couple of these lots up, so if you just look for her, you can just go into her listing. So here's one right here. North Face, Lululemon, Faraday, 35 pieces, men's wholesale, same exact price. She has all the brands listed right here that are going to be in here. This is shipped right to your door. And then again, if you want to watch the video to see exactly what pieces are in there, she's showing them right there. There's a Kobe piece right there. But she has a ton of lots. If you want to see all the lots she has available, she also does replenishable lots. So if you like the first lot you get from her, she has 100-piece wholesale lots. She doesn't show each piece within this lot, but she does have wholesale lots that you can just reoccurringly buy from her, and she fills them with good items. She also has a shoe lot here too. So that's Jenna. That's one of the sellers on Listed. This lot down here, I am super surprised it hasn't sold yet. This one right here is a men's 19-piece wholesale lot for $160, I think, plus shipping. Again, so under $10 a piece for all of these brands delivered right to your door. Yes, is that more expensive than going to the thrift store? Of course, but that's delivered right to your door. You'll be able to double to triple your money on this lot. Easy peasy. Delivered right to your door. And then the other lot that I'm surprised hasn't sold, there's the Bird Dogs lot, brand new, 140 pieces of Bird Dogs for $2,000, brand new with tags. Crazy lot. I mean, it's expensive, it's crazy. Here's a Dixon. I mean, I'm telling you guys, there's such good lots. Dixon flannel lot has a bunch of Dixon flannels along with some women's pieces, has mother jeans in it. A little pricey at $150, it's a little over $10 a unit, but these jeans right here are 35 plus. These Dixon flannels are probably 30 to 35 plus right there. So you're going to make your money back on that lot very easily. And let's see, another lot that I'm surprised hasn't sold is, there's a lot of good, like this is a good kids lot right here. If you need kids clothing, $8 or 8 pairs for $50 for boys 10 to 12 Nike athletic pieces. So that's like a good personal lot, or you can flip it if you want to. Last lot I want to show is, where is it? Is it still up here? Maybe it's sold. I might have missed the sale. Here's a Ralph Lauren lot that's up. There is a wholesale lot from the Bird Dogs person. Where's the Bird Dogs lot? Did I pass it? Bird Dogs. Okay, here. They might have took down this lot, but here's the Bird Dogs lot. Let's see what else. Oh, here it is right here. This is coming from one of our consigners, the people that send us the heavy hitter stuff. This is a heavy hitter lot. Literally, watch the video. There's Roan, there's Canali polos in here, Todd Snyder, crazy. $580 for 40 pieces. But again, all these pieces are 25 plus. You got Mother jeans right there, just peeking out. So go look at this lot. He took a great video of this. He also shows it all. You got Nua Tag Peter Millar in there. It's such a good wholesale lot. Such a good wholesale lot. Double to triple your money on this one. Easy peasy. Like he said right here, it's a $1,000 to $1,200 value. You're going to sourcing it right from the internets, right from the listed.net. So if you haven't signed up, go to Listed. It's free to sign up. You can browse the lots, but we have such good lots popping up right now. And if you have lots to sell, if you want to clear out some inventory, you can apply to sell. I'm the one accepting sellers right now, so feel free to apply. How far in advance do you schedule for pickup? I have my pickup scheduled for 90 days. So every day I have it set for 50 packages every day. My autocorrect is available. Look up ASRV Tactical Sweaters. Okay, ASRV Tactical Sweaters. Did I spell it right? ASRV. Nothing comes up. I just did it again. Nothing comes up. ASRV Tactical Sweaters. Nothing. Maybe hoodies? Nothing. Can't help you. I appreciate you trying, but nothing's popping up, unfortunately, when I search that on the Bay. All right, next up, we're gonna finish these orders out real quick. Orders awaiting shipment. We have just a couple orders left. One, this is a TJ Maxx pickup. We're just trying to get rid of these. I've already sold quite a few of them. These are the last few to sell. This is a men's pair of Callaway golf shorts. Paid $13 for these, and these sold for 22 doll hairs. You have a standing order to have mail pickup every day. Yeah, you can go on USPS.com, schedule. You have to create a business account, schedule pickups, and you can schedule out literally for months in advance. I think you can schedule out for 6 months in advance. So I don't know how many orders I'm gonna have, obviously like a month from now. So on average, we have about 50 orders per day. Obviously on Mondays, we're gonna have a little bit more than most days. So I just average that out to 50 orders a day, schedule that out for months in advance, and they come and pick up my orders from my door. Yeah, so you can do that on USPS.com. Same place you get your free packaging supplies, you do the same thing. You can order, you can put a pickup for months and months and months. Next up, Tommy Bahama. This is not a basic black Tommy Bahama shirt. It does have a big back embroidery on it. That's why it sold so well and so fast. Sold for 35 bucks. I paid $11.75 for this at the thrift store. $11.75. Paid up a little bit for it. I had it listed for $49.99, and I just took a best offer on it. A little bit lower just to get it to move. I don't mind getting product to move faster. So if I can give the buyer a little deal and get the item out, I'll do that. This is going to ship for 13 ounces. Buyer paid $6.75. I'm paying $5.65. Right after this, we got a Peter Millar men's polo. It's a summer comfort with a good pattern. No club embroideries. That's why it sold so well. We picked this Peter Millar up for $8 locally in a bulk buy. And I'm going to show it to you in a second. Just a basic polka dot Peter Millar polo. Again, no club embroidery at all. Sold for $24.99 plus ship. Throw that right into a poly bag and ship it out. Yeah, go check out those lots on District and just watch the lots. I'm also posting the lots to my socials. Also, I need to teach you guys, I will teach you guys in the future how to use magic comments. So if you guys have been watching my Instagram and my Facebook, when I tell you guys, like in the post, I'll say comment claim to get a direct checkout link and you reserve the item for 15 minutes. Those are called magic comments. It's something that District has built for its marketplaces, listed as one of those marketplaces. When I post it to my social media, if the person types claim, automatically sent from my account, it'll send them a checkout link, and it'll also send them a message that say, you got this item, it's reserved for 15 minutes. That I don't have to do. It automatically does it for me. It's called Magic Comments. Also on Instagram, same thing. If I post a lot to my Instagram stories and I put a little link, it's just a little clickable, not a clickable link. It's a link that you, basically a number you put on your Instagram, and then you scroll it off the page so it's not shown. If the person comments claim down in the comments of the story, they will also get a direct checkout link sent straight to their DMs. So it's a way for you to sell both to your social followers, also sell right on listed too. And I'm able to take your listings and do the same exact thing. You're also able to take other people's listings and do the same exact thing as well. It's magic. You measure the size of the bags when shipping and folding over? No, 9 by 11 by 2 is usually what they are. When it comes to bags, you don't have to be perfect with your sizes. And the reason, I've showed this on other lives too, the reason is when this is going down the conveyor belt, actually I should show this size. When this is going down the conveyor belt, this is a different size than this. So no matter how you measure it, it's going to always be different, whether it's like this or like this or like this or like this. So the post office doesn't care. As long as you're pretty close, you should be good to go. I've never had an issue with a Ground Advantage. Ground Advantage usually only takes weight into account unless it's like a massive package. That's when it doesn't. So I always keep it 9 by 11 is what I put. Yeah. It's magic. What's up, Scott? Scott Way in the house. Next up, Tommy Bahama, another Tommy Bahama. This one has a good floral pattern to it. These, like I said last night on my Whatnot shows, they're selling so freaking fast. $10.70 is what we paid, and this one sold for $34.99. What's up, Casey? Sold for $34.99 plus ship. We just listed this probably about a month ago and sold full asking price. Original limited hoodie app exclusive sold out. Oh, so it's like an app. It's probably like one of those drops. Probably one of those drops. I would look it up again, but we haven't had much success. So, and I'm almost done with shipping. I'm gonna try to finish this out really quick. This one's $5.49 is what it's shipping for. Why is eBay not letting me print out this label? 11 ounces. Oh, it's one of the. Oh, it's going to overseas. I have read. Boom. This is going to an APO, so this is going to a military base. So this shipping label is going to look really small. It's going to look super small. But it still will work. I got to get some scissors real quick. I could print this out on a different label, but to be honest, I've used these multiple times. So that's what the label looks like. It's just like a little tiny label like this. It's going to an APO. I'm technically supposed to put the other piece in the inside, but I don't. Yeah, it's just an instructions piece. That one. And as long as that is scannable, it will be fine, even though it's really hard to read. The post office will scan it and it will make it there. Easy peasy. So that one's going to a military base. If you ever get those labels, you can still ship with them. Don't feel like it's weird that you got that little tiny label. It's just going to a military base. Their sleeper brand like Gymshark was going to start a brand. Nice. Let's go. Let's go. Next up, Lily Pulitzer, women's size 0. A little bit of a smaller size. This is a good Lily piece though, with the embroidery on the front. We listed this on eBay, $13.88 is what we paid, and it sold for $36. That's a nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted it. All right, we got one more, or actually 2 more orders, but one of them I'm not going to pack up on live because it's a train. I'll do it after the live. So this one is going to ship out for 10 ounces. I'm paying $5.49. Buyer paid $9.10 for the label. And then last up, finish this off with the good old trusted Ralph Lauren. I actually have 2 Ralph Lauren shirts. One I got to go grab. It's still in inventory. I forgot to grab it. But Ralph Lauren shirt. This is a seersucker pink short sleeve Ralph Lauren shirt. Listed for $24.99. Sold for full asking price. And we paid $8 for this locally in a bulk buy. Pink seersucker Ralph Lauren shirts. If you ever find them, always pick them up. They always sell super, super well. Love picking up the pink Ralph Lauren pieces. Pink Ralph Lauren pieces in general sell really well. That one's going to go for 8 ounces. Buyer paid $7.35, and I'm only paying $4.84. And I got a train that sold too. This is the train right here. I'll tell you what price it sold for in just a second. I'm going to pack that up off live. I'm just gonna put that in a poly bag and wrap it up. Paid $3.25 for that one. That one sold for full asking price of $14.99 plus ship. I got those in a huge train bulk buy. All of them are listed, and I sell a couple every single week. Little hard good that I got in a big bulk buy. But that's it. That's everything I sold today. Appreciate you guys hanging out again this weekend, Saturday. Please come out to the Whatnot Show. You don't have to spend any money. It's a giveaway show. We're giving away $500 in gift cards this weekend on Whatnot. If you haven't signed up, there's a link in the description in my bio to sign up. You'll get $15 to spend for free. We will be running some items. We have some ladies items that we're going to be running, but if you're just there for the giveaways, that's completely fine too. $500 worth of gift cards, so $20 gift cards we're going to be giving away throughout the stream. Every 5 minutes there'll be another gift card being given away. Also, we're giving away a pair of AirPods on that live for free. You don't have to buy anything. You just got to be there. Kind of like a give back show to you guys for always coming out and supporting our Whatnot shows. We always like to do these every once in a while. So make sure you bookmark that show. Come out this Saturday. I want to see that show jam-packed with people. And then I'll have videos and content coming out all this week. So make sure you're checking out for the videos and stuff again too. Appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate you, Tammy. And that's it. That's all I got. Appreciate you guys.